Blessed be, honey bunnies. Welcome to this gorgeous April day in the UK. I have brought you to my nearest forest area to show you what I sometimes do with my flowers from my altar when they've passed their best. I don't always have flowers on my altar, but for the coming of spring I do tend to like to have flowers on my altar space or my bedside reflection space, somewhere in the room, so it can make me think about my own emergence and the emergence of everything outside, the emergence of life and the life, death, life cycle and all that good stuff. And when it's time for those flowers to see their last days in the state that they're in now, in the beauteous state and the flourishing state, I tend to sometimes bring them out to my local woods and I arrange them in some kind of mandala or some kind of anonymous art, I would call it, of sacred geometry, a little temporary space for reflection. And I do this in the hope that random people will walk past it and see it, and kind of it will catch their eye and catch their imagination and get them thinking themselves about the interconnectedness of all things, or about just the beauty that they are seeing as they're walking along, as they're walking their dog, or as they're walking along just having a walk, having a think about life. I hope that it will catch their attention and that they will walk by it and that it will bring them some joy and bring them some feeling of being awoken. It will give them that little feeling of awakening. And I love the thought of being able to pass that on, and I love also the fact that the flowers are imbibed with the energy from my altar, from my sacred reflection space, and from the space of spirit, the heart of the witch. All of the energy that I weave, all of the magic that I manifest, all of the good intention, the healing energy, the sacred thoughts, all of that kind of thing, I feel is imbibed in this little temporary structure now, which I'm leaving as a gift for my fellow human beings, and hoping that it will in some way enliven them, enrich their day, make them think outside of the box. Maybe they'll take a photograph of it, maybe not, maybe they'll wonder how the hell it got here, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll think a witch did it, maybe they won't. You can't swing a dead cat in this part of England without hitting a witch in the face, so quite a few people are aware that we are around and that we are doing our thing and making our magic happen. So I suppose my message for you in this moment is to take your magic everywhere with you, and to use things like anonymous art maybe if you wanted to do that. I know that it makes me feel very uplifted and very connected, especially when I feel out of touch or out of contact in some sense, if things are challenging in my life. Once or twice actually I've gone to bookshops with post-it notes or little sort of note cards containing inspiring quotations, and I've just left them between the pages of books. And it's really cool doing that, because you can choose the kind of book for the kind of quotation that you have and for the kind of person that you can maybe guess would be picking it up and looking at it or might buy it. And I know that when I buy books from second-hand shops, I absolutely love finding like a little postcard inside or a little inscription inside. I've found pressed flowers once or twice inside the pages of poetry books, and I just find this deeply inspiring, and it really captivates my imagination, and it makes me think, you know, more about where the book came from and who its previous owner was and why and how and at what time this flower ended up between these pages. Or I'll read the postcard and I'll absolutely devour every single sentence on it, because it's a little strand, it's a little thread from somebody else's life, somebody I've never met, somebody I'll never know, but I feel that we're connected in that moment. I feel that it's that sense of psychometry and telepathy and all the exciting stuff that really turns me on about life. It happens in that moment, and it's magic and it's instantaneous, and it's like a little explosion. It's an explosion of imagination and connection, and I like to try and make that for other people whenever I can. So that's part of why I sometimes come out here and make my little mandalas or my little structures and just say a prayer or acknowledge spirit, let stuff in and let stuff out, kind of make a little bonding area of sacred space in this moment and leave it and carry on with my day. And it kind of makes me feel like I am here, and I am here in this moment having my human experience and connecting in some strange anonymous way with somebody else that I'll never meet probably and will never know, but that will have that little connection just through the structure that I've made, just through the little creation that I've made in this moment. And for me, I think that's where a lot of true magic lies, actually. I really think it's about doing what I like to call growing your glittery unicorn horn, like wearing it all the time. not waiting to open up sacred space for one of the 8 points on the wheel of the year, not waiting for that time when you're in your witchy mindset, or, you know, where it's time for witchy stuff to happen. I feel like I'm a witch 24/7, 7 days a week, every day of the year. And I feel that that has enriched me. That mindset is what's enriched me so much, and, you know, made me feel more a part of the world that I'm in and the cosmos that I'm in. Being a witch is a privilege. It's a privilege, and I feel that it's a word that I wear with pride and use with pride. I think that, you know, it's something that for a long time I've not been able to deny, but it's also something that I've only just really started to embrace in the last few years. And I mean embrace it wholeheartedly, and think about what it means to me to have the heart of the witch. What does that mean? What does it mean in terms of the society I inhabit, the friendships I make, the things I do for people, the favours I say yes to, the favours I say no to, the art I make, the intentions I have in my relationship with my boyfriend, the intentions I have in my relationship with my mother, the way I interpret symbolism, the way I think about other religions, the way I think about war, the way I think about, you know, my dietary requirements, everything. And I'm not saying it's like on my mind, at the forefront of my mind every second of the day, but it's something that has become ever more an increasing part of what it means to be me. And that is a joyous thing. That is something I'm happy about and proud of. And I think that it has only made me a better person. And, you know, for all the witches out there, I just want to say, blessed be, much love to you, and keep doing what you're doing, keep rocking it. And if you are not on the path of the craft, then I hope that you are honing a path that is right for you. And of course, all witches are on such varied and rich and different paths anyway, that I hope everybody is just having an incredible, unique, transpersonal, switched on, plugged in, wild spiritual experience, and really grasp it, really take hold of it, really suck all the marrow out of it, and love it for what it is. Love it for what it is right now. Don't love it for what it could be if you only did this, or if you were only like that, or if you only had more time. I urge you and encourage you and wish for you to love it as it is right now. And that's all. Much love. Blessed be.